girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. The 2017 Mae Young Classic Round 1 review. As any WWE fan knows, the Mae Young Women's Tournament, Mae Young Classic, was filmed back in July at the Full Sail Arena, NXT Arena. It debuted on the WWE Network August 28th. Just happened upon it this morning. I assumed it was going to debut sometime during prime time, and I was on the network before working out this morning, and bam, there it was, 4 episodes. First round, Mae Young Classic. So hell yeah, I tuned into it. So we're going to run down the 16 matchups. I ranked them 1 through 16. So we're going to get started here. This number 16 was these pronunciations. I'm going to fuck up just like Jim Ross fucked up some of them. Yeah, here in Old Country, Oklahoma, Jim Ross say some of these names was unbelievable. Shania Baszler versus Zeta. Shania Baszler. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. She's actually a former UFC fighter. She also wrestled in World Wonder Ring Stardom. She beat Zeta in the first round. I gave it 2.5 stars. Number 15, Abby Lath versus Jazzy Gabbert. Abby Lath, former CCW, Shimmer, Shakara, Zazzy Gabbert, Pro Wrestling Eve, which is in England, I believe, and then she wrestled in Japan. This was more of your kind of what I'm looking for here. Abby Lath is kind of a meek little, remind me a little bit on body type of Alexa Bliss. Jazzy Gabbert was more like bigger than, kind of like, what the fuck was her name? Back in the day. Oh my god. She was part of the Oddities. Bonaire. One of the Bonairs. I can't remember her name, but she was just Luna Vachon. That's it, Luna Vachon. So who she reminded me of a lot. Abby Lath getting the victory. Kind of a weird little match here. I give it 2.5 stars. We'll see going forward what Abby Lath can do. Next we have Toni Storm versus Alicia Raymond. Toni Storm from World Wonder Ring Stardom, which a lot of these women are from. She also wrestled in Progress Wrestling. And then Alicia Raymond wrestled a lot in England. Toni Storm getting the victory in a 2.5 star match. Number 13 on the list, Rachel Evers versus Marty Bell. Rachel Evers, Paul Ellering's daughter, WWE Hall of Famer Paul Ellering, the manager of Authors of Pain and the Hall of Fame manager of the Road Warriors, his daughter, and then also the girlfriend of Cassius Ohno. So yeah, she was trained at the Lance Storm School in Canada. So yeah, she's got a wrestling background. She said in her little bio that she never really watched wrestling growing up. You know, her dad had his managerial career before she was born, and so she never watched it with her dad, and he got back into it managing the Authors of Pain, and she started getting into it and said that I want to do this, and here she is. So Marty Bell, former TNA and Shimmer champion, part of the Dollhouse in TNA. So Rachel Evers getting the victory. I gave it 2 3/4 star. Number 12, Lacey Evans versus Taynara Conde. Both girls from NXT. Lacey Evans has been on NXT television for a while now, and then Conte has been NXT house show. I give it 2 3/4 star match. Lacey Evans getting the victory. Number 11, we had Nicole Savory versus Rihanna Gonzalez. Rihanna Gonzalez had an NXT tryout back in 2016, and she's been at the Performance Center ever since. While Nicole Savory came from Shimmer. Nicole Savory getting a victory in a 2 3/4 star match. Number 10, we had Piper Niven versus Santana Garrett. Piper Niven coming from WCPW in England and Shimmer, while Santana Garrett came from TNA and then World Wonder Ring Station. Piper Niven getting the victory. I give it 2 3/4 star. I want to see more from Piper Niven. I can see her being along the lines of a Nia Jax type. A little bigger, not your typical, diva type like Charlotte or Sasha or Bayley, but more like Nia Jax, kind of bigger, kind of more powerful. So her getting a first round victory here. I give it 2 3/4 star. Number 9, really excited to see more of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley versus Miranda Sanalis. I didn't really find anything online about Miranda Sanalis. Rhea Ripley, 20-year-old from Australia. A young Charlotte is what I'm saying. Body type wise, blonde hair. In-ring ability, she's still got some learning to do, but body type wise and in-ring ability, if she builds up those items with the look, she can be a new version of Charlotte. First time she came out, I'm like, holy crap, Charlotte Jr., good God. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we see a lot of her in the future with WWE. Number 8, we have Mercedes Martinez versus Axel kind of the tale of two careers here. Mercedes Martinez, 16-year career, World Extreme, Shimmer all over the indie circuit for female wrestling, one of the greatest female wrestlers on the indies, versus Axel Lu, her first ever wrestling match. And she's got to wrestle Mercedes Martinez in a loss. I gave it 2 3/4 star. I thought it was very, very good. I want to see more Mercedes Martinez, very talented wrestler. Now, we had several of these ladies who tried out and done some work in UFC. I can't remember, oh goodness, I didn't write it down. There was one of them who I didn't even write down which one it was. She was part of the 4 Horsewomen in UFC with Ronda Rousey. She actually won her match. She was one of the winners. I'll have to make sure I get that on the second round review. So yeah, seeing Ronda Rousey in the crowd, along with the other two women, part of that 4 Horsewomen thing they had, kind of makes me wonder if Rousey and the other ladies are coming to WWE in the future. Because why? I mean, really show them a lot. She was sitting at ringside, talking up the 4 Horsewomen, which we had 4 Horsewomen in WWE. I could legit see that being a Survivor Series match. 4 Horsewomen in WWE, Sasha, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Bayley versus the 4 Horsewomen UFC. Just saying. Also in attendance was, Shinsuke was there, Johnny Gargano, which his wife was later on in here on this list. Casey Catanzaro from American Ninja Warrior. She actually, they said she signed a contract with WWE. So I'm excited to see what she can do in a ring. Alright, number 7 on the list, we have Mia Yim versus Sarah Logan. Mia Yim, Shimmer, and a little cup of coffee and TNA. Sarah Logan from NXT. Mia Yim, getting the victory in 2 3/4 star match. Number 6, Serena Deb versus Vanessa Bourne. Serena Deb, a lot of the WWE fans will know, part of the Straight Edge Society with CM Punk and Luke Gallows. She's been OVW, FCW, Shimmer, WWE. Vanessa Bourne in NXT. Serena Deb, part of the Straight Edge Society for Punk, and having some demons of her own. I guess a little bio they gave, she talked about she was really deep in alcoholism when she was in WWE, kind of hit rock bottom, got fired. She's back for her, second here, redemption tour, she was calling it. So, which is kind of neat to see somebody like that who, really didn't make a real huge impact when she was at WWE the first time, but, had those demons, was able to come back from it. She's been out of wrestling for 2 years. She wants to kind of like a Brian Kendrick type story from the Cruiserweight Classic, which is kind of neat to see. And first thing I thought when she mentioned alcoholism and that downfall she had, I'm like, shit, she was part of the Straight Edge Society. I bet Punk was pissed. But maybe he wasn't. Maybe he understood. So Serena Deb getting the victory over Vanessa Bourne, good for her. 2 3/4 star match. step one on her redemption back to WWE. Number 5, we had Dakota Kai versus Kavita Debbie. Dakota Kai, World Wonder Ring Stardom, which a lot of these women came from. Impact Pro in New Zealand. Dakota Kai getting the victory. I gave it 2 3/4 star. Number 4, Candice LeRae, Miss Wrestling, as the fans were chanting, versus Renee Michelle. Candice LeRae, the wife of Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling. So they were chanting Mrs. Wrestling. So it was great because Johnny Gargano was in the ringside, so that was awesome. She wrestled in PWG, CCW, Shimmer, Ring of Honor, TNA. She's been all over the map wrestling. So here she is in WWE for the Mae Young Classic. Renee Michelle, she was in Shine, a women's wrestling company. I gave this 3-star match, and Candice LeRae getting a victory. Moving on. Number 3, we have Bianca Belair versus Sage Beckett. Sage Beckett trained by the Dudley Boys. Bianca Belair came to WWE in the WWE tryout. Bianca Belair getting the victory. I gave it a 3-star match. And at one point during the show, they showed Sarah Amato and Charlotte Flair sitting by each other. Sarah Amato was formerly known as Sarah Del Rey in Ring of Honor and Shimmer, one of the greatest independent women wrestlers ever, sitting next to Charlotte Flair, probably the current best wrestler in wrestling, best female wrestler. So it's like, I thought my TV was going to explode when like Sarah Del Rey and Charlotte Flair. It's like, can we have a match, please? Number 2 on the list, we had Princessa Suchit. I'm horrible with names. JR was better than this, so was Lita. Versus Kaylee Ray. Let's just call her Princessa. From CMLL, debuted in 1995. Kaylee Ray came from Progress Wrestling and Shimmer Wrestling. This was the very first match of the first show. Great match. I gave it 3 3/4 star match. It was just one of those, it's like, holy crap, if this is all the matches, great. Now, I'm not saying any of the, even the matches I gave 2.5, 2 3/4 star to, they were good matches. They were all pretty equal matches. This match and then my number 1 match here was a step above. I want to see more from all these women. I think they can put on a Charlotte Sasha type of match, or a Charlotte, Asuka type of match. So, number 1, the best match I thought of round 1 of the Mae Young Classic was Kira Sane versus Tessa Blanchard. Kira Sane, World Wonder Ring Stardom, and Tessa Blanchard, a 3rd generation. Tully Blanchard, was Hall of Fame father. Joe Blanchard, I believe, was named his dad. She's from NXT. She's been in Lucha Underground. She's been in Shine Wrestling. A lot of these girls have spent some time in NXT house shows, NXT TV a little bit, losing. Tessa Blanchard, very talented woman wrestler. This Kira Sane, very, very talented wrestler. I give it 3 1/4 star. This was the final match on the 4th episode. So as you can see, we started out hot, we ended hot. All these matches were within 1/4 to 1/2 star of each other because they were all good. So that will wrap up round 1 of the Mae Young Classic on the WWE Network. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show next week for the round 2 and the quarterfinals. And then I believe the finals is live on September 12th. So make sure I'll have a review of that. So as always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great night, have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel.